All right, welcome, kings and queens, y'all. We are back and we are talking tonight's conversation. Keto Rose and Acemetaphor. Listen, I hate to be the one. I hate to be the one, but I told you so. I told you it was going to get ugly. And a lot of y'all, I'm going to say this. A lot of you subscribers, you love a good old piece of tea. And that's fine. I get it. You love some good old entertainment. And that's fine. I get it. But here's the problem is when you lace it under the guise of support and you watch somebody crash out and you have no intentions of helping them beyond and you just like it. And you're watching this girl crash out. I said it. She's crashing out. Does that mean that her claims are not founded? No, that's not what it means. She's still crashing out. And when I came out, I said, Keita. Well, actually, a lot of you were pissed off regarding my commentary and my recommendations as an auntie, right? As an auntie, because the younger generation can't nobody tell y'all shit. Can't nobody tell you shit. You want to do things your way. You love to crash out. You're highly emotional, highly sensitive. Not talking about her. I'm just talking about as a consensus, the demographic. And you feel like you can do and say whatever you want when you want. And that's fine. And you can, but it doesn't necessarily get the job done. It's not necessarily the right approach for an effective outcome. And the outcome here is for the girl to get paid. Is it not? The outcome here is for her to get paid. And if you really want to see her get paid, then why the fuck are we not rallying around her with great recommendations outside of let her do it her way? Because her doing it her way has caused him. I said it. I said, quit talking. Don't say another word. Because you can't crash out and fight a legal battle at the same time. There's a conflict of interest. And I said, Keita, be careful. I'm afraid you're saying too much. And sometimes saying too much allows the enemy to see you coming a mile away, allows them to put parameters, speed bumps in the way to prohibit you from getting what you need, and that's your check. So this man has recorded her in a highly emotional state. And y'all let us say, that's okay. It's not okay in a court of law, y'all. She has to establish a sound mind. She has to establish that she's a competent businesswoman, that she's reasonable. Y'all, I mean, like, that is good for social media. That's good for a podcast, but it's not good for a judge. It's not good. That's all I'm going to say. Listen, let's get into it. Let's get into it. For those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Subscribe now.
Listen, I know, in this day and age, a lot of women say, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. There are some things you should care about. Longevity is the name of the game. Sustainability is the name of the game. Reliability is the name of the game. And the reason why I'm saying that, Keita, longevity, you're going to have to move past this moment, whether you get your money or not. In this recording, I heard you say some of us have kids and mouths to feed. You got to think about that as you host and facilitate these conversations in the background. Now, I'm going to play the tape. I'm going to play the recording. I'm going to get y'all's thoughts. But Keita, you're going to have to pipe down. You're going to have to pipe down, in my opinion, y'all, in order to go ahead and get your bread, your coin, your check. Because you ain't going to get it that way. Let's talk. Because this man is accusing her of extortion. Here we go. Hold on. Give me a second. Here we go.
You keep making promises. So we're going to do the $300,000 NDA. I'm going to sign it today. I'm going to get wired the money today. The agreement will say by 5:30, this will all be done. I will show you proof of me. Stop playing with me. Enough talking. I'm about to take a shower now. And I have to call Daniel.
Hey, can I ask you
Think
what?
about that, and let's have another conversation.
Keita, can I ask
and
you
if
what?
that conversation doesn't go the way Daniel needs it to go about what me and you agreed, then I'm never speaking to you again because I'm tired of it. I need to create my content so I can work. Some of us don't have all this money that we can go around and make lives and go to basketball games and do all this and ha ha ha. Some of us have to just feed our children. So I'm gonna either work, or we gonna work, or I'ma work. You decide. And I'm not saying I need to wire. You keep making promises. So we're gonna do the $300,000 NDA. I'm gonna sign it today. I'm gonna get wired the money today.
Keita, I know what you mean. I know where you're coming from. But this can get you tripped up in a court of law because it can come across as an appearance of extortion. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, but let's go to the next slide.
Mary.
Sign the NDA. Yes.
Mary.
Yes. Go ahead. Yes. Hey, Mary, 5 minutes because you work for me. Because you work for me.
All right.
5 minutes.
Y'all, this ain't good. You fucking yelling at your attorney. Keita. He got you on tape talking to your attorney. Listen, let's keep going.
With this one. Go ahead.
All right, look, maybe just have her call me back at 1. I don't know. We right, you know what I'm saying? We right there. We literally are right here.
So can you if this deal don't go through by 5:30, it's no deal. That's what I'm telling you. I'm tired of this. I'm not gonna give you 80 days, sue me in court, let's go to court. And I'm gonna
See, this Keita, that's why you gotta quit talking. Let your attorney speak for you. I listen. Oh, let her do it her way. No, her way is going to get her jammed up. Accountability. Keita, go sit back, be pretty, sip on your champagne, have a glass of wine, tend to your child. Let your attorney be the bad guy because this and your behavior is not looking good. I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying what we can hear. Girl, get it together. If this is a very triggering, emotional conversation for you to be in front of him, let Mary do it as she was attempting to do before she fire you as a client.
I'm gonna blog the whole fucking goddamn experience, just like I'm blogging this one. Go ahead. Fly with me.
Mary.
Sign the NDA. Yes.
Mary.
Yes. Go ahead. Yes. Hey, Mary, 5 minutes because you work for me. Because you work for me.
This is horrible. I'm sorry. Argue with me if you want. This does not depict Keita in a good light. And I know y'all say, we don't care. At some point, you have to. Let's continue.
I'm going to get that fired today.
Nope.
Or we have no deal. Solve this by 5:30. Until midnight last night. I'm tired. My back hurts. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. I need to work. But I'm still fucking around with your bitch ass. Now,
this not good. But hold on. Let's continue to go.
Said we were friends, but we ain't that goddamn close until we make a motherfucking deal. So make it, nigga, and make the right one. Let's just make the deal, Ace, and we can move forward, and you can get squared away, and we can get squared away, and everything can be finished. Do you think you can solve it by 5:30?
Mary. We got a long way to 5:30. I've been working on this all morning. Since we all talked. Hold on, Keita.
Keita talked too goddamn much, but go ahead.
And less time talking to me.
So look, just call me back.
I gotta do my Patreon.
Call me back at 1. All right, call me back.
I'm gonna get that fired today.
I'm playing it again because she interrupted and I'm trying to catch the last part. Give me 1 second.
Nope.
Or we have no deal. We solve this by 5:30. Until midnight last night. I'm tired. My back hurts. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. I need to work. But I'm still fucking around with your bitch ass. Now, I said we were friends, but we ain't that goddamn close until we make a motherfucking deal. So make it, nigga, and make the right one. Let's just make the deal, Ace, and we can move forward, and you can get squared away, and we can get squared away, and everything can be finished. Do you think you can solve it by 5:30?
Mary. We got a long way to 5:30. I've been working on this all morning. Since since we all talk. Hold on, Keita. Let me.
And less time talking to me.
So look, just call me back.
I gotta do my Patreon.
Call me back at 1. Call me back at 1. All right, call me back.
Ooh, wait. And this is why. Listen, I think y'all are getting lost in the sauce. Remember, this is a claim of abuse. This is a claim of abuse. Not only abuse, manipulation, and also fraudulent when it comes to financial, that he's not paying her, right? So all I'm saying is you cannot be that aggressive if you're going to pursue your accusations and your charges of abuse. You want to make sure that you show up in a way that the judge has not one question regarding your character, your credibility. That's it. Let's go to the next tape. All right. This is from Acemetaphor. This seems like, I guess this is the end of the recording. And he says to the fans of Acemetaphor Productions, and tonight's conversation, I am sharing this sensitive information only because of an unlawful attempt by Keita Rose to extort $500,000 from me. In her failed effort to defame my character and secure an unlawful payday, I feel it's necessary to inform my supporters of the truth. As many of you know, I've always prided myself on being an open book. My journey, including the challenges I've faced, has given me the insight needed to offer meaningful relationship advice. Out of respect for my ex-wife's privacy and in accordance with legal requirements surrounding my expungement, I have never publicly shared these details until now. Let's pause. Let's pause. Based on this paragraph, I am led to believe that maybe he feels like he has enough, whether he's wrong or right. This is what I believe. He may feel like he's substantiated and not paying you now because now he can present to the judge what he feels like or what he claims is an extortion, which is a form of abuse. So now, y'all, that's why I said earlier when I came out, Keita, move in silence. Now they both will go to the judge with claims of abuse. He's going to say extortion. She's going to say abuse, emotional abuse, and also the fact that he held her check, I think, from May. You see what I'm saying? Do you not see why I said move in silence? Okay, let's continue. He continues on to say, as I've shared before, my past has shaped me and given me the life experiences I used to offer real relationship advice to so many. Out of respect for my ex-wife's privacy, her requests, and illegal, okay, we got that. I've refrained from publicly discussing these details. However, due to the false and dramatic claims being made, and now the sharing and releasing of my information pertaining to my expunged record, I feel compelled to provide truth. Hold on. Prior to that, okay, I got that part. Okay, now what they're saying is, in addition to addressing the extortion claims, Ace denied domestic violence allegations made by Keita Rose. He reflected on an incident from when he was 20 years old, explaining, I have never physically harmed my ex-wife. I removed my wife from our apartment and was later arrested for doing so. So Ace, it sounds like you're a liar. It sounds like you did. It sounds like you did. And it sounds like what you're doing is you're leaning on your ex-wife as a crutch to say, listen, for her, the woman I abuse, for her, I'm not going to talk about it. Listen, I don't know anybody, I get it, that will openly talk about abusing a woman. But at this point, either y'all need to take it to court or y'all need to make a deal. But I don't, Keita, I'm going to say this. Do what you want to do and get it how you get it. But think about the long-term strategy. That's it. He said, when I was 20 years old, I married my ex-wife in December 2009. So that would make him, how old is he? 20, 19, 30. So he's about 35. Okay. As many can relate, being young and in love can make it difficult to manage emotions, especially in challenging times. No, we're not going to put that on love. Being who you are can make it tough to manage your emotions. It has nothing to do with love. Love is not abusive, but let's continue. Our relationship was unpredictable and often led to arguments. During these disagreements, I have never physically harmed my wife. In 2011, after one such argument, in an effort to de-escalate the argument and in response to certain actions, he's blaming her, of my ex-wife, I removed my wife from our apartment and was later arrested for doing so. How did you remove her? How did you remove her? Because let's just say you did remove her. Whatever you did, the cops believed that it was so egregious that they arrested you. And not only that, how come you didn't remove yourself? Why does she need to go as a woman and be put out on the street? But okay, let's continue. Let's continue. At the time, I didn't understand that removing her from the house was against the law. No, sir, it's not against the law. It's your physical. It's you did something to warrant physical harm. I wasn't there. This is all alleged. But if you got arrested, you did something. This sounds nice, though. I didn't understand that removing her from the house was against the law. As a result, I was charged. Charged with what? Despite this, my wife and I continued to see each other on and off as we tried to reconcile. In 2012, I was able to resolve this legal matter. I received a disorderly conduct violation, which was later expunged. Later that year, my wife and I mutually decided to separate and move forward with our lives. So he's saying that whatever he did, he was able to get the charges downgraded to disorderly conduct. Okay, I am sharing this part of my life not for sympathy, but so you can understand that I, like everybody else, have made mistakes, grown, learned from my experience. I can't see the rest. Let's see. I am sharing, I am sharing because I want to be sure that any telling of my private history is accurately displayed. I do not believe or condone anyone having to suffer their history being publicly shared without their consent. Now, I do agree with that. Let me pause. Keita, I don't think you should be putting everybody's business out. And I think you need to move very carefully when it comes to the sensitive information that you're sharing about other women. Because let me tell you something. Things that you say and do can be hurtful, and it's very self-centered and self-serving that you would share. I don't even want to use this as an example. Anybody else's information so that you can get what you need and what you want. And it also makes you look like you're not a girl's girl. But let me continue. I do not believe or condone anyone having to suffer their history being publicly shared without their consent and without it coming directly from the people directly involved, which has happened here. I did not at any time share this information with Nikita Moon, but I am now required to clarify an intimately personal matter that only occurred between myself and my ex-wife and is legally not publicly available because I would not provide money to Nikita Moon in exchange for Nikita Moon not to speak or release this matter. I am now 35 years old and have had no further issues with the law in the 15 years since. Today, I stand as a man who deeply respects the law and the women in my life. My hope is that my story demonstrates my growth and the lessons I've learned, allowing me to continue to help others who may be struggling in love. Thank you for your continued support and trust. Sincerely, Acemetaphor. Now, here's my thing. You signed it as Acemetaphor, which is your public persona, but you doxed her. Okay? You gave us her real name. I see what you're doing. What he's doing is he's saying, look her shit up. That's why he gave you her real name. I caught that. It's nasty. It's ugly at this point. At this point, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, y'all? I told it. I said it was gonna go far. Damn, Peter. I don't think you're gonna get any money. I don't. I hope you do, but I don't think you will. What are your thoughts? Let's take it to the chat.